Here we are then. Once again, welcome back to Alan Wake 2 for I think Alan's final chapter. This is part 14. And there are the deputies all strung up. That was my third murder site. That's going to get me back to Parliament Tower. But what do we got here?
I was traveling deeper into the dark place. The poem on the wall was growing at the same pace, dogging my footsteps. Like my unwanted shadow moving in the corner of my eye.
Right.
It wasn't my writing. I didn't know what it was. A terrible prophecy. A curse looming over me.
According to this is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. That doesn't sound too good, does it? Right, through here? Alright. Okay, this is new. Oh, as is this toolbox. Let's see. Hey! Right, let's get out of the cinema, and again, let's go to Parliament Tower. Oh, hold on. Looks like there's another vision.
There wasn't enough alcohol in this city to drown the memories of this nightmare.
No.
But I damn well try. This case would never be closed. I had more questions now than at the start. The irony of being trapped in a postmodern detective story. I felt watched. The eyes of some unseen audience on me. I wanted to turn to the hidden camera and tell them to fuck off. But I didn't know where to look to break the fourth wall. There would always be another case for Casey. A million stories in this dark city. The night opened up to welcome me. I walked into her arms. Roll credits.
All right. Well, thank you, Casey, for all your help. Part 1, eh? Okay. Right. Last time I opened up a shortcut, so I should be able to go through the gate here and get back to the street. And then that street is going to take me all the way back to Parliament Tower, where hopefully we can get in and we can actually get what we need. Right. Had a little trouble getting down the street before. There were quite a few taken. And it looks like that hasn't really changed. Let's see if we can just skedaddle past them. Alright. Weaving my way in and out. Seems to have worked. Wait, something down here? Here we go. Right. Let's see. Here we are. Parliament Tower. It's changed. Look at all this tape.
The phone was ringing again.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow I sensed it wasn't Zane this time.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's right there. I feel like I should go in before something changes, you know, before something happens. I'll get that in a sec. Right, well, if it's not Zane, who's it going to be? The sheriff?
Hello?
Hello.
It wasn't Zane. It wasn't Scratch either.
It's you?
Huh? You're me? Me? I don't understand. There's a lot I don't understand.
Tell me about it.
The dark place operates in loops. Time is a story. I'm calling you from a different point in that story.
From the future? I'm never getting out of here, am I?
Yes, you will. And no, you won't. And that is by your own choice.
Oh.
What does that mean?
I'm sorry for what you'll have to go through. Alice's photos you found from the shoebox in the talk show basement.
Right.
Before you can go to Parliament Tower, you must put them in the shoebox at her statue at the plaza.
Oh?
To help you, to help Alice, to help Saga Anderson.
I'm my own Deus Ex Machina? Really?
Yeah. Sounds like it. Okay. Alright.
How many writers does it take to finish a story? One for each draft.
I guess so.
It's the same writer, but in a different point in time. I'd follow the steps he laid out for me. Alice's photos from the talk show building basement. Adi had guided me there.
Right.
I bring the photos to the shoebox by the statue.
The statue. Was it? That statue? That does seem to change every time Parliament Tower appears. I didn't realize that was of her.
It's closed.
Oh.
No. The building was condemned. Closed up. Something was wrong. Something was missing.
I
I
see.
had to get inside.
Well, I think this is where I need to add the photos. Here's the shoebox. Okay, that's going to open the doors. No, this is taking me out of the dark place. Back to Saga, presumably. Right, yeah, we're back to playing as Saga. Maybe we can't continue with Alan's story until Saga's done a little bit more. Okay, so, right, we're back in Bright Falls. So, let's leave the lodge and head back to the sheriff's station to meet with Casey and Estevez? Was that her name? Sorry for making you guys wait.
Scratch's wake's double. He tricked us. He almost got the clicker from me. The whole plan has gone out the window.
Yeah.
How could we get this so wrong? Textbook boondoggle.
You keep saying that.
You said it, Anderson. It's a shit show.
Yeah.
So what's the plan?
Good question. Well, any thoughts?
The FBC usually handles stuff like this, right? Any thoughts?
Hold up. You brought a paranatural object in here without telling me and then almost handed it over to a hostile entity?
But I didn't
know if I could trust you. That was a mistake. So was believing Scratch.
Yeah.
But it's not too late. I just need to understand more.
You got that right. Let's start acting like we're on the same side, yeah?
Okay. Right. So what else can we talk about? About reality changing.
The horror story's changing reality. It made it so my daughter died here, even though she's supposed to be back home in Virginia. Do you know if that's...
AWEs are localized distortions of reality. The area outside town might not be affected.
I see.
Sometimes they expand, sometimes they fizzle out. If we can make sure it's the latter, your kid might be fine.
Okay. All right. I can't lose my family.
The whole thing is a nightmare. I can't let my family be torn apart.
Having family isn't easy in this line of work. The late nights, travel, alternate realities threatening their existence.
The usual.
My ex-wife couldn't take it.
Karen, you're better off without her. I know I am.
Right. Yeah, I can't believe he fooled us.
Scratch pretended to be Wake to trick us.
He almost won me over.
Yeah.
I should have trusted my gut. Had a bad feeling about him when we found him at the lake. When that insane monster cloud came at me in the woods, I saw a face inside it.
Right.
Wake's. I think he was always a monster. Always Scratch.
Oh, we can profile Scratch? Hold on. We can. What does Scratch want?
Scratch was pretending to be Wake. Manipulating me. What does he want from me? No. I'm in control here.
Oh dear.
It's my mind place. He's powerful.
Yeah.
Too powerful. Just his presence here makes me feel sick. Like a wave of terror through my head. I feel his single-minded drive to get the clicker.
Okay, that might be a little bit too risky then. Fair enough. Let's see. What else can we do, profile-wise? Who else can we talk to? Wake? Like the actual Wake? Who's still trapped in the dark place?
I assumed Wake escaped the dark place. Is it possible he's still there?
Very.
The Big Apple in an ocean of darkness. Gone diving. Note from my editor. You're using the wrong tense. Trapped in a loop. My friends will meet him when I'm gone.
Wake is still trapped in the dark place. Maybe he always was.
And maybe he always will be, unfortunately. But maybe that's for the best, I don't know. Right, let's get back to it. Okay, back to Estevez maybe? Have you got any useful intel for me?
So tell me what I'm missing. The FBC must know something.
Good news, we have Bureau intel on all of this. Bad news, it's highly classified. Good news, consider yourself deputized into the Federal Bureau of Control. Here's a key to the cell where we keep the files. Happy reading.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Go team.
Go team indeed. That's the cell that I couldn't get into last time, presumably. Alright. Okay, let's go examine the files in the locked cell, shall we? Oh, hold on. That's Elmo, isn't it? Ah. I'm sorry about Yako.
I'm sorry about your brother, Elmo.
Yako was all heart. He always went along with my ideas, no matter how stupid they were. Always happy to help. I got carried away. I never think things through. It's my fault.
Right. Yeah. Time to come clean.
I realize it's a bad time. But I need you to tell me everything about the cult of the tree.
The cult is my craziest idea that ever worked.
Yeah?
Look, what kind of a cult calls themselves a cult?
True.
Exactly. We protect Watery and Bright Falls. We're the good guys. A secret neighborhood watch. Well,
Okay.
that was the idea anyways. Look, we've always known about the horror inside the lake. When any Taken come out, we kill them.
Right.
You don't turn people into Taken. You kill the ones who already have.
Ah. Doing Alan's job for him, essentially. How long has the cult been operating?
How long has the cult been around for?
Certain folks around here have always known about Cauldron Lake. Before us, it was the Torchbearers.
Right.
When I inherited the mission, I wanted to call it a cult. It was genius. Just a name did half the work. Made people too scared to go into the woods at night. Business 101. Fear is a great motivator.
Yeah, it is, as it turns out. Right, I think there's actually a little bit of profiling we can do with the brothers, or at least one of them. Killing Taken.
Elmo said the cult kills Taken. Is he telling the truth?
I think he is.
Surplus deer masks buy in bulk. We've got a floater, a Taken on the shore. Call the gang Yako. We are going hunting. Cult of the Tree. Keeping the town safe since 2013.
Elmo is telling the truth about the cult.
Right.
They really were fighting the Taken. We're on the same side.
Bizarrely, yes. And yeah, they were there when Nightingale came back.
If the cult is killing Taken, then why did Nightingale turn into one?
Private party. Invitation only. Wrong time. Wrong place. Time to go, Yako. A job half done isn't done at all.
Nightingale became a Taken because the Bookers interrupted their ritual.
Right. Okay. Well, we're getting more things for the case board. I'll have a look at that later on. Let's keep questioning him, though. Right, yeah. Bizarrely, I think the town still needs you.
I'm gonna deal with the situation, Elmo. But the town will need protection until we sort this out. I could use your help.
Right. Right. I'll round up the gang. Whoever's left.
There can't be that many.
We won't let these fucking monsters hurt any more of our people. We'll do my brother proud.
Right.
Thank you, Elmo.
So, why go after Alan Wake?
You were trying to kill Alan Wake. Why?
Nothing good has ever come out of Cauldron Lake. The nightmare that hit Bright Falls in 2010 was all because of his writing. And ever since then, pages of his stories are floating up from the lake, and monsters keep popping out. It's all him, Wake. And if we don't stop him, no one will.
Wake's evil doppelganger Scratch is the threat we're facing.
Yeah.
Not Wake. And I will stop him.
I've never heard of anyone called Scratch.
Well, he's the one that killed your brother. It wasn't Wake. Even though they do look very, very similar. Man, yeah, that sucks. Okay. Let's put that cell key to good use. Let's go in here and... well, let's have a little look. Alright, so what was in this one? Anything? Nah, nothing. It seems like all the good stuff, all the juicy stuff is in here. So, there you go. Alright, so, over here? Okay. So this is a transcript of an interview with the subject Alan Wake, a suspected para-utilitarian. I suppose moments before he, turned into Scratch, essentially. So, Mr. Wake, you've been taken into FBC custody and will receive an in-depth interrogation at a later date. But for now, I need to ask if there's anything you can tell us regarding the incident at the hotel. Anything we may need to know. There's a force here you don't understand, he says, or Scratch says. A presence. It's after me. It wants to consume me. Consume everything. Yes, you mentioned this dark presence before. Why does it want you? It feeds on artists, on the art they create. It wants me because of my writing. But it can be any form of art, any artistic expression. Music, painting, film, photography. It can feed on any of it. All of it. You have to believe me. We're well aware of this entity, Mr. Wake. We've been tracking the situation here for a long time now. You yourself have been on our radar for over a decade. I'm sure those nuts in the research department are going to love checking you out. Hey, make a note to redact that before submission. Let's get back on track. You mentioned a light switch earlier. Where is it now? I don't know, but I need it. I can't end this without it. Will you help me get it? Mr. Wake, you're in custody, pending charges on breaching of numerous federal violation codes. We're not going to give you a suspected paranatural object. You're not fucking listening to me! We're listening just fine. Now, do you have any accomplices? Fuck you. Let me the fuck out of here. It's coming for me. We're all in danger. The interview was terminated due to subject being uncooperative. He didn't get what he wanted.
Wake isn't the first person the dark presence disguised itself as.
Oh, really? Ah, okay. So there's a summary of the shadow. Through extensive interviews with witnesses of AWE 35, additional details regarding the shadow, A010, have been discovered. So, Redacted and Redacted, both present during the AWE, reported seeing a woman named Barbara Jagger in Bright Falls at the time. Jagger is a former actress and Bright Falls resident who emigrated with the filmmaker Thomas Zane from Finland and was reported to have drowned in Cauldron Lake during a Redacted AWE in 1970. Research staff have concluded that Jagger's appearance is likely a case of the shadow manifesting in human form. Research is ongoing as to the nature of the connection between the shadow and the psychophysical signatures available for it to mimic. The current hypotheses are: A. The shadow can only manifest as artists or individuals tangentially involved in the creation of art, who've operated within a certain physical range of Cauldron Lake. B. The shadow can manifest as any individual contained, definition needed, within Cauldron Lake. Research is actively ongoing. Okay. I don't know if we're ever going to see that full report, but there you go. Right. Anything else around here? It looks like there is. Okay. A couple more documents.
The lake is a gateway to the dark place.
Yeah. It seems like the main one. Okay. So it's a deployment order that's urgent. At approximately 1900 hours on the 13th of September 2023, readings from a remote surveillance unit monitoring Cauldron Lake, a known threshold to what researchers theorize is the origin dimension of A040, the shadow, past acceptable limits. Attempts to contact FBC Research Facility WA03, codenamed the Lake House, were unsuccessful. On-site event verification is not possible. Response procedures are initiated with immediate effect. Lead Agent K. Estevez will mobilize Investigation Unit Beta from the remote operations site at Redacted. All available shadow-specific equipment, Lot 411B, have been approved for use in the field. The objectives then. To confirm an active event. If an active AWE is occurring, the dispatch team will identify its nature and severity, limit exposure, and attempt to contain or neutralize the source. If no event's active, check monitoring equipment, perform a limited profile sweep of the area, and check status of the lake house and its staff. Relevant operatives in the area include the Cult of the Tree, Redacted, and Alan Wake. Currently missing, yes. Okay, and what's this?
What the hell is a para-utilitarian?
You're just dipping your toes, Saga. Based on reports, the item is a light switch from a lamp cord, with part of the severed cord still attached. Eyewitness accounts suggest that the item possesses the ability to alter reality, the changes being based on Redacted, when used by a capable para-utilitarian. Passing this item's effect from that of the Cauldron Lake threshold responsible for occurring AWEs in the area is difficult, because the only because the only reported uses of the item have occurred near the threshold. Without more data, we cannot confirm if the item intensifies the effect of the threshold or vice versa, or if there's no connection whatsoever. Recorded material from Dr. Hartman after becoming a redacted have revealed that Alan Wake eliminated Barbara Jagger, likely a physical manifestation of a redacted, by inserting the light switch into its chest and flicking the switch. The item is confirmed to have been used in 2010 to turn fictional writing into reality. See file AWE35. However, it's unclear what the restrictions and limitations of this effect are. So, the conclusion. The light switch is a possible object of power, but the team cannot conclusively classify the item based on second-hand accounts. Proper examination and testing is required in order to determine classification and precise effect of the item. Right. Is that all we're going to find around here? I think it was really only these files we needed to see. Let's see. Let's go back in here. Can we talk about anything else? We can save. Right. Right, what's here? Oh! Hello! Where have you been all my life? Right, what's going on here? Hey, oh, okay. It's going to be a 3-digit combination to get what looks to be a pump-action shotgun. Okay. Hang on. You really forgot everything?
You really don't remember Logan living in Virginia with me and David?
I remember you and David having problems.
Okay.
You needed a break. You and Logan moved to Watery and then Logan, that awful thing happened.
But it didn't.
After you came back to work, I thought you'd be the perfect partner for this case, if you were willing to return to the area.
Okay. That's enough.
Yeah. The story's changing your memories.
The story is changing your memories. What you're remembering is fiction. Logan is alive. I'm not divorced. We never moved here. I remember the truth.
No. Wake or Scratch, whoever that was, said the story could be used to attack us. We all need to question what's real. With that said, how do we know the story isn't giving you false hope?
I can't convince them. I just need to change the story.
I can see his point, though, you know? I can see his point.
So the cult of the tree actually kills Taken. They were on our side, even if their methods are misguided and criminal.
It looked right from where we were standing.
Yeah.
Nothing's what it seems in this case. Too many stories contradicting each other.
Yeah.
Too many versions of the truth.
Yeah, I can't wait to put this behind us.
We have a lot of catching up to do after this thing is all over.
Yeah.
Everything is different now. My family, me, the whole fucking world.
I'll buy the coffee, Anderson. Partners to the end. This case is one for the books.
I see what you did there.
Partners to the end, he says. The end that's soon to be. I mean, it seemed like he was on death's door when we last played a Saga. He keeps clutching his stomach.
This is the kind of case my ex hated.
I bet.
Once it might kill me.
Yeah.
That's funny. The cases that might kill me were my ex's favorite.
Good one, Casey. Right, so what is this? Oh, more from the FBC. Oh, there's loads around here. Okay, so Alan Wake and Cult Connections. Summary. In 2010, writer and suspected para-utilitarian Alan Wake was reported to have disappeared into Cauldron Lake, a known threshold site. 3 years later, a small group responsible for multiple killings were arrested in New York City by federal investigators. The murders were recreations of deaths found in the writing of Alan Wake. Interrogations with the murderers revealed they saw Wake as a sort of prophet, describing themselves as his cult, and considered his novels to be sacred texts. As Wake was missing at the time, it's unlikely he had any personal involvement with the cult. At least there's no evidence supporting the idea. Soon after the New York cult was detained, an organization known as the Cult of the Tree began operating around Cauldron Lake, the same area Wake disappeared. This is now the second organization branding themselves as a cult with a direct physical connection to Alan Wake, operating in the location he was last seen in. I propose that this is not a coincidence. and would like permission to search for a link between Wake and the Cult of the Tree. Well, we know there is one now. Right, the lake house, yeah. The incident was visually confirmed by Agent Estevez when she visited the facility to make contact with Dr. Marmon and Dr. Marmon, heads of operations at the lake house. The facility itself is reported to be in a damaged state, with no living staff found during a brief search. A longer search was not possible due to an active AWE in the area, requiring all available resources. Investigation and containment not possible with current personnel. Emergency dispatch of response and rescue staff is requested. The Investigations Department has no knowledge of the lake house's recent research or projects due to worsening communication and cooperation since HQ went dark. As a result, this report cannot determine the incidents caused without further investigation. Okay, there you go. Any more to find around here? There might be. Hold on. Okay. Now, what have we got here? Don't forget, A's 1, B's 2, C's 3. Has this got something to do with that padlock? Has this got something to do with that shotgun? So what we got? Memory loss? Okay. Revolution for the brain here. UFO Myth and Reality Part 3, 2, and 1. All with different authors by the looks of it. Okay. So, is that referring to these books? Is that a book down there? I think that might be a book. Maybe I'm looking at the code right here. We've got 1, 2, and 3, so maybe that's number 1, that's number 2, that's number 3, but I don't know, I might have to come back to this. What else have we got? Something on the PC? Okay. Right, well I suppose we're gonna see some of the stuff that we've seen before, or maybe not. Do not microwave whole fish. I shouldn't have to say this. Now, anyone that does that is a serial killer in the making. You should never do that. Mulligan owes me $20. Thornton doesn't remember I already paid him. Okay. Don't touch my pay or I swear to God I'll sue. Okay. Wash your coffee mugs. Safety preparation. Security measures. Right. The stuff's not safe. One power outage and those locks aren't budging. As we discovered earlier, I suppose. Nothing about the padlock code. But I think that's what that's for. Nothing there? Right. I think it's got something to do with the books. Potentially the authors. It's weird that there's different authors for each part. Would the second one... Would the second one be 2? Because B for Batson? Potentially, right? So we have to figure out what Q is, I suppose, and what W is as well. Right, so let's see. The first one, Q, I think should actually be a 7. And then we know that B is 2. That's it? That was it! Oh my god, I can't believe it! Okay, here we go, look at this. Oh, look at that. The inventory being full yet again. And it really is. It really is. Oh, that reminds me though. Apparently, someone mentioned in the comments that there is actually an inventory upgrade somewhere around Bright Falls. So yeah, I definitely want to have a look for that.
You're just an apprentice. You have
What have we got here?
idea the pressures
Oh, it looks like a bolt cutter situation. Right, well I've still got those, haven't I? There you go. Alright. Here we are then. Fresh seafood. I bet this place smells lovely. In here? Alright.
There's another cult stash.
So there is. Maybe this is it. How does that say? It's a drawing, isn't it? What are they, posts? I think there's 3 numbers on, like, little post-it notes on the posts, but I can't see what they are. I think it might be, like, 1, 2, 3. Which is probably not the code, right? No, it's not. Apparently not. The posts, right. Have I seen any of them? Like, these kind of posts, maybe? Ah, yes! There we go. Okay, so 6. I think it might start with 6. Okay. So, am I going to find another one with another number on it? Something over here, maybe? Don't see anything over there. Alright, okay. This way? Could we go in? No, it doesn't seem like it. Anything around here? Nah, a little bit too far away. No, nothing on that one, I don't think. Is there another one over there? It's so dark. Ah, here we are. 9. Okay, so 6, 9, 6, 9 something? If it's 1, 2, 3? This would have probably been a lot easier to do when it wasn't so dark. Right. I think it might be 6, 9 something. So, well, we could probably just trial and error it, honestly. Okay, so 6, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Yes, that's it. Okay. That's it. That's it. What's this? If you steal from the cult, then the cult will come for you. We're on the same side. We're on the same side. There you go. And now, of course, I can pick up that pump-action shotgun. And I suppose I don't really need the sawn-off, but hey, that's some extra slots. Fantastic. Alright, shouldn't be inventory full now.
I'm sure Sheriff Breaker wouldn't mind me borrowing this.
No, I'm sure he wouldn't. In fact, I think he'd encourage it. Oh yeah, came with a few rounds as well. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, well, yeah, I put the sawn-off away, the pump-action shotgun, I think that's going to go in its place, so up there in 2. Fantastic. Okay, so where were we, guys? Right, yeah, do you know anything about the clicker?
Scratch told me the clicker can be used to change the story. Does that match your understanding of this thing?
Yeah, the light switch is a paranatural item, maybe even an object of power.
Right.
We have verified reports that Alan Wake was in possession of it during the AWE here back in 2010. It definitely has power. We know that much.
I can come up with a plan. I always do.
Okay. Right. There is now a deduction available in my case board, so let's see. Okay. The FBC identified the clicker as a paranatural item. They believe it has power, so maybe it is still useful.
The clicker can fix this. But I can't use it without Wake.
Right.
Tor knows about this stuff. Maybe he can help.
Maybe he can. Nice. And considering that we can sort of go in each other's minds, I might not need to go back up to the nursing home. No, there we go. Oh, there's a couple of things, actually. Trusting Wake and rescuing Wake.
Wake told me the clicker would fix this. But Wake was actually Scratch. How can I trust anything he said?
The artist must conclude his work.
Right.
He rides a storm on your piece. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. What Tom said about the light switch is true. Don't let the story confuse you. You need him to write the ending you want. The clicker can make that ending come true.
But we don't have Wake. Everything we knew about the clicker was true. He wasn't lying.
Alright. So, that was trusting Wake. What about rescuing him?
Wake is still in the dark place. How do I get him out?
We live and breathe rock and roll. From the silence of screams, from the fever of dreams.
I like that.
The clicker can amp up other works of art, not just Tom's writing.
Right.
Anything created with passion. The dark power of the lake will make it creep into reality. But if the holder of the clicker believes in the art, they can make it all come true in the flick of a switch.
I can use the clicker without Wake.
Yeah.
Only Wake's writing can change the horror story. But I can use the clicker to change something else.
Okay.
Like getting Wake out of the dark place.
There's a thought. Yeah, there's a thought. Alright. Yeah, another deduction. So, back to the case board.
I will use the clicker to change reality and bring Wake back at Cauldron Lake.
The real Wake.
I'll need the right work of art, but that won't be a problem.
Okay. It seems like we have a plan.
I've got it now. I just need to tell the others what to do and fix everything. For good.
Well, let's do that. Let's share the plan with Casey and Estevez. Or maybe just Estevez.
So we need Wake to fix the story, right? That hasn't changed. So here's what I have. Wake's still trapped in the dark place, under the lake. I think we can use the clicker to get him out. But first, we need a work of art. Something other than his story. And that'll get him here.
I'm not filling out the paperwork for this one. Wouldn't know where to start.
No.
But I'm sold.
Okay.
Okay. Look, this feels like something that once we get the ball rolling, there's no turning back. You sure you have it all figured out?
Oh, here we go. This is the beginning of the end game.
I'm ready to head to Cauldron Lake now. Let's get the plan started.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We'll be there for you. What do you need from us?
I'll head to Cauldron Lake with the clicker.
Scratch will try to get you, Anderson. You'll need backup.
I can tell there's no talking you out of coming, Casey. Estevez, is there a way to get that light array to the lake?
Oh, I've got you covered, so good news there.
Brilliant.
And we'll bring our mobile containment unit.
All right.
It's specially built for entities like Scratch.
And this work of art, Anderson.
Yeah.
What's the plan for that?
I'll make some calls on the way. Just meet me at Cauldron Lake.
She's got something up her sleeve. Okay. So, we're going to Cauldron Lake. We're going to finish this. I think, to be honest, Saga's got a few more chapters to go. Alan's got one more. It seems like there's a certain order to this now.
Tor, I need the old gods of Asgard. I need a very special song.
Hell yeah! This is all ready. And we say goodbye. Ready to hit the road. I feel tired, baby.
You saw this coming, huh? Of course. I need a song about Alan Wake. About bringing him out of the dark place.
I can barely hear him, unfortunately.
I hope they've still got it.
Oh, they do. They definitely do. Alright. The car's still parked around here? Yes, it is. Okay. We're heading to Cauldron Lake. Thank you very much for watching this part. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments, like or dislike the video. Next time will be the beginning of the end. I'll see you at Cauldron Lake.
Hello?
Hello.
It wasn't Zane. It wasn't Scratch either.
It's you?
I'm my own Deus Ex Machina? Really?
Yeah.
You brought a paranatural object in here without telling me and then almost handed it over to a hostile entity?
But I didn't
know.
The late nights, travel, alternate realities threatening their existence.
The usual. I'm sure those nuts in the research department are going to love checking you out. Hey, make a note to redact that before submission.
What the hell is a para-utilitarian?
You're just dipping your toes, Saga. Right, what's here? Oh! Hello! Where have you been all my life? Do not microwave whole fish. I shouldn't have to say this. Now, anyone that does that is a serial killer in the making. That was it! Oh my god, I can't believe it! Okay, here we go. Look at this. Oh, this would have probably been a lot easier to do when it wasn't so dark. 5? 6? 7? 7! Yes! That's it! Okay.
I'm not filling out the paperwork for this one. Wouldn't know where to start.
No.
But I'm sold.